in between everybody. Hopefully I'm in between some people's lives. I hope. Been working on a few things. I have been doing these little hippie dudes. They are so darn cute. They even have their little ponytail in the back, little arms and stuff. Can't wait to get them painted. This little dude's standing on a stump. Then I got started on this one. We're going to get him finished up, get the details into him and stuff. I'm battling with the lips as they are not wanting to work well with me. It's just wanting to chip is all it's wanting to do. It's not wanting to carve like it's supposed to. But we're working on it. As you guys jump in, say hi, let me know you're here. I'm going to get the chat pulled up here also so I can see on my tablet, because I don't always see on my phone. It pops up so quick, I don't see it. So, see if we can get it brought up over here. Doop. I'm sure I can. But yeah, we're working on a little hippie dude. These guys are so fun. He's just a little hippie. He's standing on a tree stump, and he got his little ponytail. He's just kind of a cutie. Right now I'm trying to work on the mouth of him because his mouth is kind of messed up. He's just kind of a cutie. Ooh. Let me turn that one down so that we don't have echo here. Hi, Oli. It's Oli. Oli's here. Yeah, I figured I'd just go ahead and work on him a little bit, go live. Don't get to go live too often, but I figure it's a Sunday night. I'm not doing anything. Finally, hi Cowboy, hi Flora. I was working on the floor here in my room because we changed rooms and ran out of flooring. So I've got to go and get more flooring. So kind of set up a little bit backwards right now, but that's okay. Hi Wolf Girl, how are you? Just working on our hillbilly. We got to get his hair in here and stuff. So I'm going to use some gouges. This little dude, I used my knife with it. And did it, which worked really well, but I kind of want to see what I can do with the gouge too. Michael, how are you? We're making a hillbilly. Didi, oh, well, that's easy enough. That's what my family calls me. So that's easy enough. You know what? I might just use my knife because I kind of like how they work sometimes. And I can just maneuver them better. So I'm just going to stick it in and go about. Make it look like his hair is going to his pony. Then I just V-cut it. Been doing good. I'm now down to one job. And it is not UPS anymore. So stress has gone away a lot, which is great. I needed that. I think the stress got me a lot and just wasn't doing good there for a while. I had 2 jobs. I was working at the flower shop. As you guys know, I put most of my woodworking up there at the flower shop, so I don't have a whole lot to display. I got some of my stuff up displaying. My big old totem pole that I made for Halloween. And then my little Disney piece that I did. My relief carve of that. But yeah, I don't have a whole lot of stuff here. So, got to get a few things made so I can kind of display them while I'm live. Because I don't have much. But yeah, we're just adding in some detail here. As you can see, just adding in some hair. Just kind of making it go wherever I want it to. Or wherever the knife decides to put it at. It's more of what happens wherever my knife decides to put it. Yeah, I am laying hardwood floor. I'll kind of show you. I laid hardwood floor down. Whoops. And I ran out. So, Tuesday, I got to go down to the furniture store and see if I can match something because it's not... I went to the thrift store and they had this flooring there and it was half off day. I love my thrift store. I hit it on half off day all the time. And so I got the flooring for half off. So I got what I thought would be enough for the room. I didn't know how big the room was because there's so much stuff in here I couldn't measure it. But I thought, yeah, that'll be enough. And picked it up and, well, it's not enough. So now I've got to try to find something that will match it. I'm not sure how I'm going to do that. But I'm going to try. But yeah, I want hardwood floor in here because this is going to be my woodworking room. To get these little slivers off the floor when it's carpet sucks. So it's easier to have a hardwood floor down than carpet. So yeah, I decided to do that, and that's what I've done for my day today. Was got started on it. Hi, Chris. Josiah, how are you? We are sitting here working on our little hillbilly dude. Gonna give him some hair. Hopefully give him hair without cutting his whole head off. Trying to do it more with just the knives than having to use my gouges. Sometimes I use the gouges. But yeah, he'll end up looking like this little dude, which is kind of cool. He's even got his little ponytail. That's what I'm working on right now, is getting his hair to his ponytail. So he's getting there. Yes, you have to have 50 of them. This is fun. I like doing the whittling. I'm not big on the Dremel. I'm afraid of the Dremel. Pretty much pick up a knife and just start cutting. I do plan on doing more and more videos of showing me doing the whittling so that you guys can kind of see what I'm doing and pick up things and do it yourselves. I am no means an expert. I'm just literally winging it. You want to know somebody to watch to like really learn is Doug Linker. He is Cam. Hi. How are you? Doug Linker is awesome to watch and follow. Hi, Law Dog. No, Lay Dog. Awesome. Thank you, Cam. Yes, guys, please smash that like button. It does help. Every little bit there helps. If you haven't already, please subscribe, as we'll be doing a lot of lives coming up. We're doing different things. I do lives from my yard. I do whittling. Do all kinds of stuff. I'm not just all about the woodworking. I kind of show what I do in life. Yes, please, please. Thanks, nobody. Thank you, thank you. I am trying to get to 1,000 subscribers. Got a long ways to go, but I'm getting there eventually. I will get there. I know I will. So what I'm doing here is I'm just kind of making like a stop cut, like just pushing my knife in and making the line that I want. And then I just go in and make like a little V cut with that. Just to give him some detail of hair. There are times that I will grab my little V gouges and use them. But I thought tonight I'll just go ahead and use my knife. Why not? There we go. Okay, got the top of his head done. See, he's got hair going all the way back to his pony. It's kind of a mess, but it doesn't have to be perfect. That's the best part about whittling, is it doesn't have to be perfect. Hi, Jeep. How are you? How about we put some hair into his ponytail that's all wonky? Put some wonky hair in there. And you gotta remember to always do both sides because you don't want like that lip on there. It looks weird if you leave the lip on it. So let's do this one over here. It's just gonna come down and go this way. Boom. Like that. And eventually, once I get this room done, I will have it set up where I can do videos and you guys can actually see what I'm doing. Right now I'm kind of winging it because nothing is set up. But I eventually will get it set up. Alrighty. Oops. We got a wood booger. So there's his pony. His hair and his pony. Now we need to do his beard because that makes a difference. Like, see, you just gotta have the beard. Yeah, I'm glad to be back at it. I've missed it. I really have. Life just got so busy I couldn't do anything. So it's been nice to be able to get back at it and see everybody again because I've missed everybody so much. So it is so awesome to be back and to get to see everybody and catch up with everyone. Because like it has been a very long time. It's been months. But I guess that's what happens when you just let life take over. And I shouldn't have. I should have taken time for myself to do my woodworking. But so that happens. Okay, so now we're going to work on his bearded hair here and mustache. It's all going to kind of be one on this dude. He's going to be all the same, kind of. His beard, his mustache, it's all going to run together. Got to get the wood boogers out of there, though, because that just drives me nuts. Big thing about whittling is you're always turning your wood, getting it nice and clean. Getting your cuts good and clean. See, right like that. He's got a long old beard that he does. But you do one side, then you got to go back and got to do the other. Note the gouges, it's a lot easier. You just, wherever you want it to go. I know I've missed the tribe so much. It's just crazy. I'm glad I got to come back and do what I love again. Found the perfect job where I get nights off now so I can do stuff that I like to do. And a lot less stress, which makes it even more wonderful. And this dude's kind of got a curly, wavy, wonky beard here. That's the good thing about when you're doing this stuff. You kind of get to do what you want to do with it. You don't have to be like everybody else. You can kind of do it in your own little style. And I am wonky, so everything I make is kind of wonky. See, he's getting there with his beard. My dogs are gonna bark. Sorry, guys. So yeah, eventually in the room we will have our guinea pigs in here with us. We got people ramrodding through the neighborhood again. That seems to have been a problem quite a bit lately. Tinker Marie. Sorry, guys. Had to tell the dog to quit. Absolutely, Jay. Absolutely. Oh, you should. Oh, I love the basswood. And I got, I have some cottonwood on the way. And I am stoked. Because I've always wanted to try to carve cottonwood. Because everybody says it's even better than basswood to cut. Because it's so soft. Which would be great. Because my hands are quite weak. So I think cottonwood would be like the bomb diggity to do. I think it would be. And I can't wait to get my hands on it and get some done and everything, because it's going to be a fun time using the cottonwood. It's going to take some time to build the strength back up in my hands that I had. Because I had quite a bit of strength in them, but kind of lost it with me not whittling for quite a while. I kind of lost the strength, which is bound to happen. But yeah, I just kind of go wherever I think he needs some hair. See, he's getting there. He's got a beard going. I've got to do some on the sides here. Hi, baby.
Hi there.
What are you doing?
Leaving.
You're leaving again?
Yeah.
Where are you going?
It's fucking good, man.
Again?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Hold on, just let me go tell my husband bye real quick. Hey, come here. Love you. Be safe. Sorry, guys. He's a tow truck driver, so he's always on the go. Had to go tell him bye and to be safe. Do it every time that he leaves. Because you just never know what's going to happen when he's out there on the road. Him and my youngest son are both tow truck drivers. My youngest son came home from the military and decided to become a tow truck driver, which is awesome. I think it's so cool that he wants to do that. Gotta work on this mustache hair here. It is a very dangerous job, and I just never know what's going to happen out there. You got yahoos on the interstate and stuff that, move over, slow down, people. There's people's lives out there. And not only for the tow truck drivers, but even for the cops. I mean, there's so many times that we see them not slow down or move over, even for their cops, and I'm like, seriously, have respect, people. Have respect. That's somebody's family member. Hi, Junior. How are you? I miss you. Look, I'm making a hillbilly. I don't know if he's showing up very well, but he's got a big old honking nose. He's got his little ponytail. So yeah, we're having fun with the hillbilly. Working on his hair because he needs some hair on his beard. Gonna add some details there, Okay. Need to make a line up here. Show some hair way up here. My dogs are still barking. Darn Tinker and Toto. I love my new car. I did a video the other day of me. I went to the thrift store and bought my table that I'm working on and made a video of me unloading it from my new car. That was quite interesting. I still load up my car like I did Poppy. I use my car as a pickup. That's just what I do. Oh no, that's horrible. I'm so sorry for your loss. I just lost a good friend of mine the other day, and hasn't been easy. I'm gonna go see his parents on Tuesday, spend time with them. They've always considered me pretty much family, so I'm gonna go spend time with them. Oh, I know. I don't think I'd ever not use my car as a truck, but it keeps me where I'm independent. I don't have to worry about anybody helping me load my stuff or anything. I just put it in my car and I go. That's just the way I roll. I'm just that way. Very independent. Being a tow truck driver's wife, you have to be. You learn to be independent because they're gone constantly. So you just learn to be independent. So yeah, there's, I don't know if you can see him though. Let me put the light better on him. There is our little hillbilly. My dogs. There's a little ponytail and his little shoes. Oh, I gotta add the detail on his shoes. Shh, stop! Tinker? We gotta get some detail in the shoes here. Gotta put a sole on them shoes, otherwise they just look like blocks of wood. So, get some soles on him, right? Yeah. And we have wood boogers. Gotta get the wood boogers out. Hi, Learn to Draw with me. How are you? Hope you are doing well. If you guys have not, please like and subscribe to my channel. Every little bit helps. Heck yeah, 14 likes. That's awesome. Keep it up, guys. I am so stoked. That's awesome. Oh my goodness, really? Are you using knives or are you using the Dremel? The Dremel's fun. I'm just scared of it. Wow, just a knife. That's awesome. I know you wanted to learn the whittling from me, and we never got a chance to do that. one of these times we'll have to do a YouTube live together. If you get enough followers, we can get you to be able to do a YouTube live with me. That would be so kick-ass. If you guys don't know, Kentucky Country is my nephew. I don't get to see him much, but love and adore him anyway. There we go. Now, oh my God, you're growing up too fast. Just doesn't seem like it. Hi, Delane, how are you? Yeah, this is, that's my little hillbilly dude. Got his little shoes done. Got his little head, or hair tie in there. Oh, good. I hope you ate it for me because I can't have ice cream. Being diabetic, I can't have that, but you eat it for me and I'll savor it that way. Because, yeah, otherwise, I can't have it. There's the other hillbilly I made the other day. I'm trying to get a few things done for Thursday. So, like, my display case behind me isn't so bare because right now it's pretty bare. and kind of sucks. But all my stuff is in a shop 30 miles away from here. So, I've got to get busy making stuff to, like, actually put behind me. Because I don't have much. I do have my totem pole and stuff. My Disney... relief and yeah, Papa Smurf, stuff like that, little things I've got, but I thought I should probably get a few more done. So these guys will get actually painted probably tomorrow. They'll probably get painted tomorrow and be up there. That way I have a few things to maybe show on Thursday. I don't know. Because, yeah. You want a big customer. What do you mean? I mean, if you want customers, you got to promote yourself. That's number one thing. You have to believe in yourself and promote yourself. Hi, Hunter. You have to. I mean, that's promote yourself, believe in yourself, and you'll do good. Yeah, I feel bad. I don't have a whole lot because I do have it all in the store. But I do want to do another gnome. I haven't done a gnome for a while. I don't know if I have a piece small enough even to do a gnome. I have drawers full of wood over here. Like I've got 1x1s, 1.5 by 1.5. Then I got my 2x2s, which I never use because they're huge. I can't hold on to them. The 1.5s are even hard for me to hold on to. You know what? We could do a wonky gnome. Maybe without it selling before Thursday. My gnomes, I don't know if anybody else has this happen, but like I make a gnome and people see it and they sell like that. I cannot keep them on the shelves. Hi, Paige. How are you tonight? But yeah, I'm excited to do gnomes. I like doing them because it just works really good, and they do sell. I mean, people just go hog wild over gnomes. They really do. It's just crazy. Where's my pencil? So this is a 1x1x6. It's 6 inches tall. I like to make my gnomes kind of short and then make their hats all, wonky. So he's going to have, well, first off, I think we need to draw in my center lines here. There we go. Drawing this center line. That's a good guide, just so that I remember where center is on the board. And this took me forever to learn how to do. You watch these people who do this, and it makes it look so easy. I struggled for quite some time trying to do this. Now I finally have it figured out, but I don't know if you can see them very well, but there are my center lines, so I kind of remember where center is on it. Looks like I might have a hard spot there, but that's okay. So the gnome needs feet, so we're just going to go and draw in the feet line here, right there, right there. Now he won't have feet in the back. It'll just only be in the front because his gown will go all the way down in the back. So then we got to figure out about where we want his beard. I like my gnomes to have big, kind of big beards. I really do. And there's his beard. So from his beard, we'll have his nose, and then we have the top of his hat. Now, I don't make my hat straight across. I like the hats. I am going to go right to here with the hat top, and it's just going to come up to there, and down to there. And that's going to be his hat. I don't know if you guys can see. There you go. You can kind of see it right there. That's going to be the little gnome dude. Yes. I love doing their beards. And their hats always set them off too. I mean, it really does. And I lost my lead again. My gnomes always have big brims on their hats. Thick brims on their hat. And then the hat comes down in the back. Right like that. And I just kind of doodle it on. It doesn't always stay just perfect. Sometimes I end up modifying it as I go, which is fine. It's just kind of a guideline. So there's the back of his hat. And then this will all be a gown. So it'll like cover his little feet up here. And then this all up here is going to be his hat. So they're fun. They are so much fun. So on the gnome, I do a square nose that turns into a circle. I don't know if that makes any sense to anybody, but that's what I end up doing. So you're going to see me draw a big old square to be his nose. I think I'm going to come over a little bit further here. Because it's easier to turn a square to a circle than a circle to a square. So, oh, he's got to come over farther. He's not far enough there. Well, maybe I should come just to the center line. I think that works. Just go all the way to the center line. There'll be a nice big honking nose. See, if you go from center line to center line, that's a nice big nose. Gnomes always have a big nose, right? One important thing when you are carving is to strap your knives. Now, I just got done carving that hillbilly. I try to do it in between each and every carve because you always get like, I don't know, even though it's dry wood, you still get sappy stuff on there. And it just drives me crazy. It makes it harder to harder to carve. Your knife doesn't just glide so easily. And it should be, when you're done, it should be shiny, just like that. Nice and shiny. I don't know what I got on there. I got something on there that is not coming off. But yes, I do this, if I'm doing my little carves like this, I do it in between each and every carve. Keep my knives nice and shiny. I don't know where my flex cut is. It's right there. I don't like that one. That's my big boy. Where's my little one? This one. Okay. And the whole drawer is full of knives. I had the big boy out there for the hillbilly, and I never used it because it didn't work very well. I do like the flex cut knives. I use them a lot. In fact, almost all of my knives are flex cut. I do have some of the little Beaver Creek ones that I use, or Beaver, yeah, is it Beaver Creek? I think it is. Wisers, hello, hello. Oh, that'll be fun. I have not seen the Lilo and Stitch movie. I went to Garfield this last weekend with my nieces, or my niece and my nephews. They wanted me to go watch Garfield with them, so I did. It was cute. It really was. I'm not much of a moviegoer. I tend to fall asleep during the movies, and I did. I did fall asleep. Sorry for the noise, guys. It does sometimes squeak. Just happens. But we're going to get these all done real quick, and then we will get to carving the little gnome. Sure, why not? You could do anything you put your mind to. I have learned that. Anything you put your mind to, you can do. Where am I going to start? I think we're going to start at the feet and work up. Okay? So we're going to start at the feet. Make just a stop cut and go into it. And the gown is going to come down over here on the back side. Doop, doop, doop. I want his gown to come down like this. And to come down, well, where am I at here? This way. Come down like that. Okay, so see, we got his gown drawn in there, so I know where to kind of take my stop cut to there. Like I said, my hand strength is not what it used to be. I used to have tremendous hand strength. I have lost a lot of it. Hi, Big Max. Hey, hey, how are you doing? Thank you for coming in. We're gonna make a gnome. We just got done making a hillbilly, or not a hillbilly, sorry, a hippie. They're so fun. Like, I'll show you my little hippie dude. They are so fun to make. He's like a long-haired hippie dude. Yeah, I like doing it. I haven't done it for a while, so my strength is not there anymore, but I will get it back. I know I will. Just take some time. Remember, anytime that you are whittling, to please, please use protection. That is a must if you don't want to cut yourself. Now me, I use the little gray gloves. I have not cut through these yet. And I call these my finger condoms, but they're just like, you can buy them in packs, and they're the glove material, but they're just for your fingers, for the hand that you're whittling, or you're holding your knives with. Because sometimes you have to go towards your thumb, and it helps to keep it from cutting it. But always be protected. Because, yeah. It's not a good thing when you're not. I know that. I have cut through my hand. Bless Amy Jo's heart. She was there when I did it. She's like, what the world? You never want to see red wood. That's always a bad sign. If your wood is turning red, it's not because you're putting stain or anything on it. Not a good sign. Not a good sign at all. Okay, let's start on the hat. Got the feet kind of drawn in. I'm going to start on the hat here. We're going to take off the corner of the hat here. I used to be able to take big old chunks off. I cannot do that anymore. I will get back to that point, I'm sure. But for now, I just kind of make a stop cut so that, because you want your brim to be over your hat. So you kind of make a stop cut and go into it. Here the stop cut's going to be angled. And then you're just going to take your corner off. And for that I'm going to use my big old knife. This is my flex cut one. I love this one to take off the corners. It's just a flat bladed one. I have my littler one of it. Use that once in a while. Okay, so let's do this side. We're going to make our stop cut. Come into it this way. And then take the corner off. And right like that. And I don't care if it splinters because that just took off the bad part. There was a bad part of the wood. There was a knot in it, and that's going to make a difference there. Let's do the back of the hat. And we're going to wonkify this hat. We're not going to leave it all straight and nice and party. I do things wonky, and that's what we're going to do. We're just going to make it wonky. So I think the top's going to go this way. So we're just going to flick stuff off of here. I know, I got pieces flying at you. Sorry, duck. Don't want to hit you. I had one lady, she was watching my live. She goes, "That is so scary." I like it. I watch a lot of the chainsaw carvers, and I love it when like they're chainsawing and like all the chainsaw stuff is coming at you. It just, to me, is so cool. One of these times I'm going to cut myself when I'm trying to pick up knives. Let me see. This is his face. We want it this way. So we're going to do right here. I just kind of grab a place, guys. We're going to make a V cut here. Make it, start shaping the hat this way. These bigger knives like these are harder to use because you got to really have the power in your hands to use them. But they're worth it. They make a big cut very fast. You can kind of see his hat coming together here. There's his face, so the hat's kind of coming this way. And now we're gonna go right here. We're gonna make a V cut here. We're gonna make it wonkified this way. Now I can't make a good swoop cut with these knives. If I want to make a swoop cut, which is where it just kind of angles in a little bit better, kind of curves, this is the knife to use because I can make that curve. See? And it'll be kind of Just a little wonky, the hat will be. And then you just start shaping that. Where you want that there. Well, I still got a black mark in this. Look at this. I have a bad mark in my wood. I don't like that, but not much I can do about that. I can definitely make the wood fly. Hi, Flash. Yeah, his little hat's getting there. And then their hat is supposed to be at a point, which we will get it to that point where it is at a point-ish. I am going to make a gnome. So I don't know if you can see his little face here. And then this is all of his hat. He's going to have a very tall hat. He's just a little gnome dude. They're kind of my favorite things to do. I think this time he's going to have a crease right here in kind of the front part of his hat. Take some chunks out here. Like I said, I have lost so much of the strength in my hand, but I will get there with it. And some of my, I don't know, sometimes you hit a hard spot in the wood. I'm wondering if I'm not doing that at times because there is black in this wood, which I'm thinking is probably some hard spots, bad parts of the wood. So yeah, his hat's going to be kind of all over the place, which is okay. Does not have to be no rhyme or reason to it, just whatever you want to make it. I need to get the rest of the brim put in here so we know kind of where we're going here. So we just make a stop cut, go into it, get the rest of his little hat in there. And then that way we can take some of this stuff off. The only thing I don't like about these gloves is it does all. Hi, Mark. I'm so glad to see you. Haven't seen you for a while. We made some hillbillies, or not, I keep calling them hillbillies, they're not, they are hippies. And now I'm making a gnome. Just a wonky hat gnome. And this is just a rough out right now, so I'm not worried about if my lines match up real well. Just kind of getting the hat shaped on in there. I gotta show you the hippies. They are so adorable. They even have their little ponytail. That's my hippies. I love the hippies. They're so much fun to make. But I figure I should probably get away from making them for a while. I've been making them for 2 days straight now. And I love them. I love making them. They're so much fun. But I thought, why not make a gnome while I'm live? I did finish off the one hippie. I have 2 hippies over here. Finished the one off. This is the one that we finished while I was live just now. And then, hi, Artsy. How are you? Thank you for joining in tonight. If you guys haven't, please like, comment, and subscribe. It really does help. All right, we're getting somewhere on this hat finally. I've got a brim, kind of ish. Oh, my phone's going to die. See if I can get my phone plugged in, unplug that. And let's plug this in. Sorry guys, it might sit a little wonky. My phone's not going to set right because of the plug-in. Yeah, it'll be a little bit wonky. That's okay. Just have to hold my gnome up a little bit more so you guys can see what I'm doing. But we don't need the phone to die. I'm hoping that's on my TV. I'm hearing something in the background there. I'm not sure what the noise is, but it sounds horrible. Hopefully it's just something that my husband was watching on TV. I need to do something back here somewhere. I think we're going to do it right down here. Grab the big boy. He works better. I can take a lot more wood off really quick with the big boy. Yep. Oh yeah. This hat's going to be all kinds of wonkies. No matter which direction you go, it's going to be crazy. So what is everybody up to on this wonderful Sunday night? Oh, awesome. Thanks, Carol. Yeah, just takes practice. I am out of practice as I've been away for a couple months. Been away from carving. And so I'm getting back into it. I'll get better as I keep practicing more and more and more. But it's so fun. It is so much fun. And I love to see people getting into the whittling because the whittling, the wood carving, stuff like that's kind of a dying craft. I mean, these younger generations aren't doing that kind of stuff. And it's nice to see them, you know, other people picking it up and doing it too. Because we don't need this craft to die. I mean, it's an amazing craft. Like, they've been whittling since the Dark Ages, you know? And we just need to keep that going. I don't want to see that art die at all. And I do love it when I see some of the younger generations doing it, you know, because it is something that most of them don't do. It doesn't have to do with the computer or, you know, phone or anything like that. Oh my gosh, I'm up to 21 likes. That is phenomenal, guys. Thank you so much. That is so awesome. I don't think I've gotten that many likes before when I've been actually live. I've gotten them after my live, but never while I am live. That's just phenomenal. Thank you, guys. That's so awesome. Let's just keep it going. Let's just keep it going. Let's aim for 30. That would be phenomenal. So yeah, whittling the hat down, and there's no rhyme or reason to the hat. I want it to be all kinds of wonky, no matter which way you look at it. So that's what I'm doing. I'm just making it wonkified. I do need to switch back over to my one that, yes, I mean 30 would be so cool. But yeah, that's kind of what we're doing. Just kind of carving on his hat here, getting that, and get it done a little here. Have to go this way because it's trying to splinter on me. I don't want it to splinter, I just want it to cut. And you kind of have to know the grain of the wood to be able to make it do what you want it to do. Because sometimes it just is not going to want to do what you want it to. If you go against the grain. Or with the grain, I guess. I do want to try chainsaw carving. I have not tried that yet. I'd like to try it. Probably have to be a pretty small chainsaw for me to do it. Not one chainsaw that's bigger than me. That would be horrific. One thing I like about doing their hats all wonky like this is it's much easier to hold on to. It doesn't slide out of your hand as easily. Sometimes you make the straight hats and it just slides out of your hand way too easy. This way you have actually a way to hold on to it. It's kind of like grips on it. So, yep, this is what we're doing. I am making a wood mess. That's what I'm doing. I'm good at that. I fling wood everywhere. That's why I decided to go with the hardwood floor in my room, because I do tend to fling the wood everywhere. And then having hardwood floor makes it a lot easier to clean up. Hello, Ambus. Hello, hello, how are you? Welcome in. We're making a little gnome with a wonky hat. So I think I'm gonna stop on that part of the hat. We're gonna work on the brim here. Get it cut in so we can get his face in there. So you're just gonna make the brim of the hat. I don't know if you can see it starting to come to life there. It's the best thing about a V cut here with the knife is you can just make it set in there and make it look right. And it doesn't take a whole lot of effort. So that's why I always just make a simple V cut, get my line in there, and that way I can kind of call it good there. Now we're going to get the beard and gown set in. His little boots are going to tuck in behind the gown, so we're going to get that set in there. So yeah, see his little hat and the back comes down, and then his little gown, that's on this side, his little gown is going to cover up part of the boots. So we are just kind of cutting that away, and then make a V cut and set them boots in behind his little gown. And this is going to be the gown is going to sit in behind his beard, so we're going to make the V cut there. Ooh. Like that. So that the gown kind of sits behind his beard. Because we want his beard to be predominant there. So see how I did that? I just kind of cut it in so that it's kind of separated out. And I just kind of make a line, cut it in, and then we cut it. Right like that. And pop it out. Might have to make a little incision up there at the top for it, but that's okay. We can do that. Then we have his beard kind of made in there. So we can get the gown whittled away here so it's not so square. We don't want nothing square. We like it rounded. So we're going to take off the edges. Get him just whittled in there. See, he's starting to come along there with the beard. Scroll saw puzzles would be fun. Although I can't, I can't make my scroll saw work. Every time I turn it on, my blade just busts. But the adjustment part of it isn't working. It won't stay adjusted. It just is being weird. I've been struggling with the scroll saw. So I do some relief carving with the Dremel. And when I do that, I have to use my jigsaw, my jigsaw. because my scroll saw don't work. Can't get it to. Don't know what I'm doing wrong. It's probably because it's older than dirt. It really is. Bought it at a thrift or at a yard sale, and I bought it at a yard sale for like $20, which I thought was, oh, that's a great deal. But yeah, not when it doesn't work. It probably was a good deal. I can't get the darn thing to work and stay adjusted. Really tempting to just go buy a new one, but I figure why if I can make jigsaw work. I've been using the jigsaw for a couple months now. Thank you. Thank you. I love doing them, and I'm glad that everybody likes tuning in and watching. I'm always afraid I'm going to bore people. I mean, because sometimes whittling is not fun to watch because it takes so long. But I know it's not always the most exciting thing to watch, but I try to make it more fun when like by interacting with you guys and everything. But yeah, he's getting there. So that's his front, that's his backside. You see his little gown is there. Let's go ahead and work on his little nose here. Get his nose shaped in here. I love to make them with big noses. I don't know about anybody else, but I feel like a gnome needs to have a big nose. So see, you can kind of see his nose coming into profile there. Well, thank you, thank you. I adore doing this. I've missed it. I have been away for a while as I just let life get too busy. But I am back now, and I do absolutely love doing this. It is so much fun. And it's fun to see like a block of wood that turns into something. You know, because I got started on my hippies, and it's funny, it just started out as a block of wood. And you know, it's kind of cool to see that it just turns into a little hippie dude with a little bit of imagination. Now I can't wait to see them all painted up. I think that's gonna like really just make them pop. I'm just making a little gnome. Thank you. Yeah, I love the little hippies. They're fun. I like doing the hair details. That's just a lot of fun to me. It really is just playing with the hair because you can make it in so many different ways. All right, we gotta get his beard cut back in here, away from his skirt, or I guess it'd be a dress. I don't know what it is. I call it a skirt, but kind of lose my definition up here on top, so I got to put it back in because I'm kind of taking his beard down a little bit so it's not square. I don't want things to be square, but everything starts as a square and we make it round. That's the life of a woodworker. We never leave nothing square. I have been doing this about 2 years. It actually just kind of fell in my lap. One of my good friends, Amy Jo, I don't know if you guys know her from YouTube. She is a wood carver, and I was out at her shop. Her and I live in the same town, so I would go out to her shop quite a bit. And she was carving wood, and she was like, Dottie, you need to do something. I'm like, I'm not going to Dremel wood. That's what you do. I'm not doing that. And she's like, but you need to do something with the wood. Okay. I lost. You know her. Good, good. Yeah. Her and I are really good friends. And so, yeah, I was like, I don't want to Dremel because that's Amy Jo's thing. She's the Dremeler. And I don't want to Dremel. So I got on Amazon. I ordered my very first set of knives, which was the Beaver Craft, which I use a lot. And they came in, and I went out to the shop. I said, hey, look, I got my knives. Let's sit down and let's carve. And I just cut everything off of my little dude and my finger. This is why you wear gloves, y'all. I hit a hard spot in there, and it did not like that. And I don't think it's too bad. We'll check it out. Just a poke. Okay. Just the end of it. It does not, the gloves do not help with a poke. They just really don't. Gonna have to reshape his hat a little bit, but we can do that. But yeah, got my knives in. I said, hey, let's sit down and let's do this. And so her and I started doing the woodworking together and having fun with it. And yeah. Lo and behold, that's what I've been doing since, and it's just whittling. This is not going to stop. Go grab. I don't think I have. I don't think I have Band-Aids in here. It's just a poke, but it does not want to stop. Hold on. Be right back. Okay, guys. That is just part of woodworking. Yes, there's Amy Jo's channel. Oops, I can't put that on. Oh, that goes on my finger. But yeah, so, and then she got me started on the Dremel. And yeah, that was interesting. Me dremeling was very interesting because of the fact that I am a very grr person. I don't know how to go slow. I just go balls to the walls. And so I was dremeling with her, and with the flex shaft thing. And yeah, I went too hard, broke the flex shaft. It looked like an octopus out of water, just like spraying everywhere. And that is when I decided the Dremel's not for me. I should stick to my whittling, because at least then I can't kill nobody. Because I seriously thought that I was going to kill Amy Jo that day, because it went everywhere and scared the crap out of both of us. But then she kept telling me, you know, if you fall off the horse, you got to get back on. Oh, I don't mind at all. That's one reason why I made you a moderator, because it's hard for me to share while I whittle. So I don't mind that at all. I want people to, you know, go and support people. we need to help everybody grow. We really do. If it wouldn't have been for you guys sharing stuff, yeah, I now have to use a stylus because if I have power, I'm gonna go. If I have power, it's game on. So I use a stylus now. That way if I go grr, it shuts itself off. And I can't break it then. And then I don't need a flex shaft, so I won't have nothing just flying through the air. Because, yeah, I love power tools. I do. Oh boy, do I love power tools. They don't always love me, but I do love them. I just don't know how to slow down and take my time and not go grr. That's very hard for me. I try. I really do. Just doesn't always work. So over here, I did cut his little hat off, so I'm just kind of putting it back in. Because, yeah, that's what happens when you cut things off. You just put them back in. This is why you wear protection, though, so that you don't cut a finger off, because you can't put that back in. I have learned that the hard way. I took my finger off many a times. On accident, of course. I did not mean to. I accidentally did it once with an auger while I was at work. And then another time while I was carving a turkey. Yeah. Again, one of them power tool things. You know, I had a power, or one of them powered electric knife things, and went whoosh, and it went right through and hit my finger. I want to try the angle grinder thing. I do. I just don't know. Hi, amazing pup. You know, I don't know. I know how bad I am with the power tools, so I'm like kind of leery of the angle grinder because I know that it would be like, grrr. But I think it would be a lot of fun too. We're gonna finish up his nose here. I got sidetracked. Kind of like we were talking earlier. I'm good at getting sidetracked sometimes with things. Kind of like a oops squirrel moment. So like I said, we start with the nose square. And I round that. Round it off because it's easier to make a square a circle than a circle a square. So that is what I do. Now I just kind of take the sides off, start making it a little bit more round. So I don't feel so bad then. I mean, I very seldomly do I ever poke myself. I don't really cut myself as much as I poke myself with my knives. And these gloves are not poke proof. And that's what just happened is I got poked by the end of it. It doesn't hurt. It just, being diabetic, it doesn't stop bleeding. So, figured go put a Band-Aid on. And it's always good to put a Band-Aid on anyway because of the fact that you don't know what's in the wood. You could get an infection from it. It's good just to get it covered and not take that chance. So yeah, we've got a good nose going on here. Look at that cute little nose. Oh, you guys can see it real well. Let's see if we can hide the see his little nose. I love his nose. And we got the hat in there pretty good. Got to round that bottom part of it. You can never leave a sharp edge. You always want your edges rounded. It's like a major thing. You don't ever want to just leave a sharp edge. Especially in whittling, it's really easy to make the edges round. You always want to do that, because it just makes your whittle look so much better. It really, really does. And I'm going to put a little triangle cut in here just to make it. See these triangle cuts that I do. Oh no! I make these little triangle cuts and they just kind of add dimension to it. I love doing that with them because it adds so much dimension. I've actually had my fingers done. I cut this one with the electric knife doing the turkey. This one got cut off with the auger. I lost about a ½ inch of my finger. So yeah, it's tough. We used to always make the joke that I wasn't supposed to have a left hand because everything has happened on my left hand. So that was kind of like a running joke of not having a left hand. Why have that? Okay, we're gonna finish rounding off this brim here because it's gonna annoy me that it's not round. There we go. How about we even up his beard here, make it not so pokey, because his beard still had the point to it. We don't want that. We want a nice solid beard here. Alrighty, we are getting there with his beard. Look at that. He's looking like a gnome. He's looking like a gnome. Ugh. He is getting there. Now we just got to add hair into that beard for him. We got to get his feet done too still. Got to get, his hat's kind of wonky. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, I kind of like his little, I love doing little wonkified hats because they are so fun to do. Let's see, his boots are going to come off this way. I'm going to take that off of there. Okay, and the front's going to come off because we don't ever have triangled feet. So, front comes off there, and we're going to just make a little incision in there, add some definition between the beard and his feet. And we're going to come right down the middle-ish. I am bad about going down the middle. None of my stuff is in the middle ever. I am probably the worst for ever hitting the middle. Mine are always off kilter. So I don't know why I can never get them like I want them. Want them even, and they never are. They're always a little bit different, which I guess is fine. I mean, not everybody's feet are the same. So let's, he's going to have some round little shoes. I kind of like making a gnome's shoes round. I don't think they should be flat. I think they should have some curve to them. Okay, there there's his cute little foot. He's got one foot. I don't know if you can see it very well. Got one little foot in there. I keep losing this thing. I don't know why I keep losing my finger. What I call finger condom. I don't know really what they're called, but I call them my little finger condom because it protects me. Oh, you know. Let's get his little shoes rounded. This is the hard part. I get to the point where I have to kind of go with my right hand more than my left. Like, I don't know how to explain that. But I have to use more of my right hand. All right, so we're going to take the back of this off of his shoes because his gown is going to come over that. So I just need a little lip there. Nothing like I was having there for a second. Okay. Sometimes I have to stop and think. So I'm looking at the piece upside down when I'm carving. So I'm like, that don't look right. Nope, it didn't because it wasn't. There we go. Okay, so we're going to do hair. We are going to use the V-gouge on him for hair. And I'll show you guys the difference between using a gouge and doing it by hand. I mean, for one, the gouge is like 1,000 times quicker. But at the same time, I got different sizes I can use to make it look different too. So I use a bigger one for heavier detail. I use a smaller one for the finer detail. And I just kind of put it in wherever I feel like it. And if you ever get these, they're called wood boogers. You just clip them off. I get them all the time, especially when I use my gouges. I get them a lot. There we go. Look at there. See how fast he has hair? And his hair looks really good. I love that. I really do. Now all we got to do is get him painted also. I'm going to work on this hat up here a little bit. This just drives me nuts. I don't like having end grain showing. So, to me, I feel like I need to just get that off there. And end grain is so hard to get rid of. But there we go. That looks better. So anyway, guys, there's our little gnome. We got him done. Yep. His little gown back there. He's just a handsome little handsome little booger. After I drop everything. Well, my goodness gracious. My phone does not want to stay now. Okay. There it did. See, just a little gnome with the wonky hat. Yep. Yeah, ouch, sorry. Didn't mean to drop you guys on your head. Gosh, I made a mess. Gotta show you guys this. I know. Dumb down. Yeah, I'll show you guys. I am not joking when I say that I make a mess. Literally have wood chippings everywhere. And then we have our three little guys. We have this hillbilly on a log. There you go. You can see him better now. The hillbilly on a log. Or, not hillbilly. It is a hippie. I will get this right yet. I'm so used to saying hillbilly, but this is a hippie on a log. He can just stand on his log. And then this is just another little hippie dude that we just finished. He has a big nose. I love making the big noses. And then the monkey faces. I'll probably put a pipe in his mouth. So, I mean, it's fun. And then we have the gnome with the monkey hat. So, yeah. Anyway, guys, I think I'm going to jump off here for the night. Got to go feed the dogs and, well, I think they've already been fed. I just got to get them pottied and stuff for the night and ready for bed. And go make sure that the chickens went to bed and put the guinea pigs to bed. I got to put all the animals to bed tonight and then get up tomorrow and get them up and out of bed. But anyway, guys, thank you guys for jumping on with me. I've missed you guys bunches, and I will be on a lot more now. So stay tuned. I got some cool ideas to be doing. Michael, take care. Thank you very much for all you do. And I will see you guys later. That out.